Universities on alert during graduation season.
The campus has really been on edge for the last couple days.
Amidst dozens of Palestinian protests nationwide, a high school turned upside down overnight.
It's kind of sad that a lot of us aren't going to get to say bye to our little junior and sophomore friends.
Resulting from a senior prank. Weather conditions leaving many underwater.
It's very scary.
And how nearby communities are preparing for incoming storms. And a grand birthday turning into a grand celebration.
They're fun.
A special moment with first responders. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Anthony Cruz.
I'm Valentina Gaspari. Today is Monday, May 6, 2024.
Live from the Lee Kaplan School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
Pomp and protests at campuses across the country. Graduations this morning are coinciding with the arrest of pro-Palestinian demonstrators, and new this morning we've learned that Columbia University in New York City has canceled commencement.
CNN's Rick Damagella has more on what is going on other campuses across the country.
This weekend saw universities across America hold graduation ceremonies as well as arrests in the ongoing pro-Palestinian campus protests. In Los Angeles, police cleared out a protest encampment at USC, but did not make any arrests Sunday morning, according to the school. The university has called off its main commencement ceremony, citing what the school says are security concerns.
The campus has really been on edge for the last couple days, especially with a email that was sent out by President Carol Folt last night expressing that the university was committed to holding commencement, that while it supported free speech, it also had limits.
At the University of Michigan, banners with opposing messages flew overhead, and some protesters were removed during the school's main graduation ceremony on Saturday. At the University of Virginia, police arrested over 24 people after they took down tents and cleared out protesters Saturday.
There has been gas that has been sprayed. We don't know if that is tear gas, but you can see that there's been gas that has been sprayed as they are moving in, and there is fighting in between them.
Former Republican Senator Ben Sasse, who is now the University of Florida president, called for school officials nationwide to, quote, step up and mind their own shops.
You don't get to take over the whole university. People don't get to spit at cops. You don't get to barricade yourselves in buildings. You don't get to disrupt somebody else's commencement.
I'm Rick Damagella reporting.
A senior prank at a high school gone out of control to the point where the authorities had to get involved. WTVF's Aaron Contrell shares the story of a student who attended the school near Nashville.
Hi, Henry. It's okay. Pranks are supposed to be funny. It wasn't really funny at all.
Spring Hill High School senior Blair Schneider is spending her last day of school at home with her four-legged friends.
Henry!
Instead of making final memories with her classmates.
Some people just wanted to say bye to their friends that they're never going to see again. And it's kind of sad that a lot of us aren't going to get to say bye to our little junior and sophomore friends.
All because her school was vandalized overnight.
I would call it a senior prank gone wrong. This is mostly all the videos that were taken other than the ones that were posted on Facebook.
According to Blair, it was expected to be very innocent. She never expected it to go this far.
There was spray paint, there was desks flipped over, textbooks with pages ripped out. There was sun drop sprayed all over the floors, which everyone thought was pee. It wasn't. I found out it was sun drop, which is a little bit better, I would imagine.
That damage led to classes being canceled.
All the doors were left unlocked and some of them were propped open and just freely allowed to go in whenever they wanted. A lot of them were juniors and a lot of people that did not attend that school were there, which is part of what scares me because just anybody could have walked in, anybody at all.
Superintendent Lisa Ventura says the damage wasn't as extensive as originally perceived, but an investigation is underway to determine who is responsible.
I think the ones that are younger really should get in trouble because the older they get, it's just going to keep getting worse. They're going to keep thinking that that's okay if they don't get punished for it.
She's disappointed with how her high school chapter is closing.
It was almost making me cry.
In hopes those seniors who played a role in causing the damage learn a lesson.
I think that they should be able to walk at graduation because that's a big thing, but I think it mostly depends on the regret for the situation that they have. Here.
In Spring Hill, Aaron Cantrell, News Channel 5.
An investigation going on in the nation's capital this morning as police are looking into a car that drove into a White House gate. The Secret Service said that there was no active threat to the White House. However, officials confirmed that the driver was pronounced dead at the scene and that they were driving at a, quote, high rate of speed before hitting the gate.
Staying in D.C. this morning as the Biden administration is progressing on an initiative to grant access to health insurance to about 100,000 immigrants covered by the Deferred Actions for Childhood Arrivals program, or DACA. The policy will become effective on November 1st. It will allow those who had been previously excluded from enrolling in qualified or basic health plans via the Affordable Care Act marketplaces to now do so.
Texas residents are now experiencing flooding after showers and storms picked up over the weekend. KHOU 11 News reporter Kadiera Winfrey has more on the downpour that is raising concern.
This open land is now a body of water, and the people who live here are just about surrounded and fear what a new heavy downpour will mean.
It's very scary. I'm threatened every time this water comes up.
Timothy Douglas's trailer sits on this property at the end of the San Jacinto River. His home is safe now, but he's been keeping watch.
See that's where the water came to.
The water has gone down a little, but across the street on Tim Hill's land, it's still standing. And knowing what heavy weather can mean for these parts, he prepared.
I got everything that was really of any importance of mine out, and most people do. Some people don't have that, they don't have the ability to. Yeah. They only have what's on their back, so they stay where they're at.
The constant flow from the dam release and rain swept through this community. Just up the road on Meadowbrook, rescue team Saturday pulled 10 people and their pets from flooded out homes.
Thank God for the rescue unit yesterday because it was a while before they got here.
Yeah. Hill says most folks know how to handle this and are often willing to risk the flood prediction being off. But this time it was more than they expected. Water damaged some of his tools and a little got into his trailer.
That was the last thing I was going to pull out of here, and it kind of got too wet, and we just had to leave it there. So that's nothing I can't replace. I'm not worried about that.
As for Douglas, he says people around here don't have much, but this is theirs, and it's home.
They're losing a ton of stuff. I mean, some of these people they're really hurt.
That was Kadiera Winfrey reporting for KHOU 11 News. Other communities along swollen rivers remain underwater, and with more rain coming, conditions are not expected to improve.
A surprise at the end of Miami's Formula One race.
That's still ahead, and so is the story.
Finally, she's so appreciative, such a wonderful, vibrant lady.
A 105-year-old birthday party was on fire. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Really use a new tablet. I just don't have the money.
Let me ask you something. Do you have a Pell Grant?
Yes.
You do know you can get a free tablet, right?
Did you say free?
Yeah, free. It's simple. And the application is done in the store.
I could really use a tablet.
Go get one. Another satisfied customer. Stop by Panther in the Graham Center at FIU MMC today to speak with one of our associates to get your free tablet.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life. But how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have something called prediabetes. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
A dream that was more than a century in the making has come true. A centenarian recently from Minnesota got the ride of her life celebrating her 105th birthday on a fire truck.
WCCO's Jason Rantella has more on her special bond with first responders.
105-year-old Hootie Wakefield's biggest cheerleaders gathered at her home at the Waters of Plymouth to wish her well ahead of her big ride.
She just loves all of the fire department and the police department. They come to all her birthdays.
They're fun, and the fire truck people are fun.
Plymouth first responders have been celebrating every birthday with Hootie since she turned 102. A few weeks ago, she did a police ride-along. Now,
right over here, Hootie.
It's the Plymouth Fire Department's turn.
Well, it makes her happy. That makes me happy.
You're getting in the right front seat. That means you're crew leader.
Should I turn on the siren?
Yes. Absolutely. Oh, I love it.
And to give her a ride on the fire truck finally, she's so appreciative. Such a wonderful, vibrant lady.
Hootie got to lounge inside the fire department break room.
And we're going to go off to the right here.
And even got an up-close look at the trucks.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
And some of the gear.
Are they fireproof?
I just love it. It's fun to see Mother, how joyous she is.
After an action-packed day, Hootie is already planning ahead for the next years to come.
I got a question for you, though.
Okay.
What are we going to do for your 106th birthday and your 107th birthday?
How about the 108th?
Okay.
That was WCCO's Jason Rantella reporting. Hootie's 105th birthday was back in December, but they're just now getting around to fulfilling her ride-along wishes.
This weekend, South Florida was captivated by the third F1 Miami Grand Prix held at the Hard Rock Stadium. The races were packed with action as Max Verstappen won the spring race on Saturday, but the main event was a shocking spectacle of speed as McLaren's Lando Norris would finish first for the first time in his career. Red Bull's Verstappen and Ferrari's Leclerc were also on the podium. Round 7 of the F1 season kicks off May 17th.
In Taylor Swift's most recent album, The Tortured Poets Department, she says, quote, "You wouldn't last an hour in the asylum where they raised me." Marlins fans would say that she's never been inside Lone Depot Park. As after trading two-time National League batting champion Luis Arias to the Padres, the Fish lost their weekend series against the Athletics. They lost the first 2 games but would close out Sunday with a 12-3 win. The Marlins will continue their West Coast trip against the Dodgers tonight. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
There are a lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Bill is a family man. He invests his money wisely and provides a good life for his children. Just one problem. He often opens emails from senders he doesn't know, and his computer is not password protected. One day, Bill checked his bank account and 94% of malware attacks originate from emails. Don't be like Bill. Take your cybersecurity seriously.
That's all time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Valentina Gaspari.
And I'm Anthony Cruz. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.